4, 3, 2, 1.
I heard you're not supposed to say 2 and 1.
Sometimes I do. Welcome, everybody, to East Elvins 310 Podcast. You got your boy, Travioli, coming here at the Underground Studio today. We are not flossing on Davis Crossing. We are floating out here in Park Hills at my boy, Joe's Underground. How you doing, Joe?
Doing good, doing good.
We got Joe in here. I call him Jay all the time, so if you guys get confused, it's because everybody's name starts with J. I don't know if it was an era, everybody was high and just wanted something to go with joint, so everybody's name was Jay. Jake, Jim, Joe. Everybody I mess with is their name starts with J. But we also got ShowMe Green in here.
Yep.
That's how the J thing started.
That's how it started with joints. It all started with
not with joints. It actually started with us in school.
Oh yeah, true.
Fourth grade. Yeah. Too many Joes in one class. And
yep.
She said, I'm tired of saying Joe and everybody getting up and looking at me. So she said, I'm gonna call you Jay and I'm gonna call him Joe.
I feel your pain, man. My name's Joe also, so I got the same thing.
I went all through high school, from 4th grade to on, and it was just Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why I'm the only person that calls him that. So yeah, I always refer him. We're out here in the studio, down underneath the Main Street Grow Supply. This is a building you enter from the back. New venues. He's redecorated. I want to give you hats off, Jay. This place looks fucking amazing.
I appreciate it.
ShowMe Green came here the other night when it was J Dog's birthday, and we were sitting at the bar, and he's like, "Man, this place looks fucking a lot different." I'm like, he's working his ass off, and it's showing. It really is.
We've
now
done a whole lot.
Getting the word out there is what it is now. So I need all you listeners to tune into this. Go like, follow, and subscribe to Park Hills Underground and Main Street Grow Supply, just because why not? It's the same building.
Yeah.
Good crowds of people, man. It's a great time. I was here the other day listening to Enlightened Jay. He was up there turning the 1-2s. I always wanted to say that. He was up there turning them, and I was able to walk up on stage because I was like, he's my dude. I can do this. And then I found a tambourine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I found this tambourine. I didn't think nobody was looking because I might have been high. I might have been. But as I grabbed it, I started shaking while he's playing In the Club by 50 Cent. Mm-hmm. And here comes Jay right around the corner, and he caught me on stage shaking it. And I was like, damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't know ShowMe Green snapped a video of it as well. So I still haven't posted it on social media, but I might do that now.
Cat's out the bag.
It's out of the bag. So big things are coming here. Today's show, I want to kind of focus on the underground. I'm going to put a lot of time and effort in here because he's put a lot of time and effort, and it's fucking fun coming here. My brother from Oregon, he loves it here. He came the other night when he had live music, local artists playing. And he's like, dude, this is amazing. These people are good. And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of talent in this small town.
Tons of talent.
And you're bringing them in, and these events are amazing. You can come in, have a cocktail, shoot some pool, punch that baggy thing that I see people break their hands on all the time, where people trying
the arcades and the game room, pool table.
Yep, there's machines back there. There's screens everywhere, so you can put on your own little video if you wanted to while you're shooting pool, hanging out. It's just awesome, and it's cool because you're underground. I mean,
hence the name.
It's a whole vibe. It's a whole vibe in itself.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Is trying to change the vibe around a little bit. It got off to a rough start. Wasn't everybody's cup of tea for a minute there, but now we're trying to get it a little bit more diversified. Trying to bring in some more talent that is around in the area that maybe people haven't had the opportunity to be exposed to yet. And then we also like to pride ourselves that we're a bit of a launching pad for some of these smaller local bands. Give them a venue and a spot where they can get some stage time and get out there and play in front of a crowd that's not just their family and friends, and even maybe make a couple bucks on the side if they do well.
Hell yeah. Give people opportunity to get that merch.
Mm-hmm.
Because merch is really where it's at. I want to say shout out to all the listeners that reached out and sold me out in 2 hours on T-shirts. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I was able to double the amount, so I have double the amount of T-shirts coming. I hope to keep doing that. We're going to come out with some one-liners on our T-shirts.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the wife the other night about this, and I was like, man, sometimes I put ShowMe Green in weird situations, and he don't really say no. He's real nice and polite, and he's like, I don't know about all that.
I don't know about all that.
And that's definitely a good shirt liner right there. And my wife said, well, I know what yours would be. And I'm surprised to myself a little bit, because I'm like, damn, she's listening to this. She's like, on that note.
Right.
So I say on that note a lot. So that's basically so fun stuff. Summer, we'll get some tanks. We'll get some koozies to keep that beer warm or cold.
I got my own catchphrase for upstairs. Everybody knows me by, and it's 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks.
Everybody bringing me pictures of their buds, and they're like, "Am I ready?" And it's 2 more weeks. When in doubt, wait it out.
Yep. That's awesome. But yeah, merch is where it's at, and these bands are coming out and they're able to perform it. They're selling it. People are learning. They're joining. So like the jam sessions. Let's talk about that. Thursday night jam session.
It's actually Wednesday.
Wednesday. Is it Wednesday nights?
Yeah, Thursdays are karaoke. But we also do an open mic on Thursday. So, I mean, you're still technically under that jam session kind of vibe. You know, you could come in and do your thing if you want. We do that for the first hour, and then after that, it's all karaoke.
Well, that's one of the things. I was standing out there on a Friday night. I came here after I got off work, and we were standing out there underneath the pavilion. We were outside the building. We were smoking one, and 2 or 3 of these people that walked by was like, they introduced themselves. We shook their hands, said what was happening, you know, and like, oh, we met at jam session here.
Yeah.
Like my brother, I was telling him, I was like, Nick, all these bands that you're saying you like and enjoy, they weren't a band 3 or 4 months ago.
Sometimes
they are, but sometimes they aren't, and like they're forming it right then. I think that's fucking really cool, and it happened more than once. So it's like,
yeah, we had quite a few customers who just came down here to hang out, and one of them notably, he played drums in high school 20-something years ago. Started coming here hanging out. The guys talked him into getting up there and playing around on the drums. Before you know it, somebody else joined him. He started coming back. Now he's in a full ass band.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a full ass band. We're booking them, and that's what he says. You know, if it wouldn't have been for this place, he'd have never picked up another drumstick anyway. You know.
Yeah, it's just proof that that love never leaves once you start doing something like that. Just playing an instrument, you fall in love with music. It never goes away.
That's true. And I'm also a big believer that, you know, sometimes the only thing that people are actually just lacking is opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you provide someone with an opportunity, and you'd be surprised at the amazing things people can do
Right.
if they just have the opportunity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, guys at our age, we're like, dude, I want to start a garage band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So giving that space and making it available, that's pretty.
Well, that and I mean, this equipment is I mean, it's not an easy thing to just pick up on a Sunday and decide that you want to be a musician. You know, and
it's so true.
it's a big investment. So to have a spot where you can just bring your guitar, we got everything you need. You just plug right in, and you're off and running. You know, we just upgraded all of our sound equipment here. All new speakers, all new subs, all new mics. You know, so we're it's a good opportunity to come and play on some really high quality equipment without any cost to your pocket.
No distortion.
Yeah, exactly.
You went wireless, Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the big difference in that?
Oh yeah.
It's phenomenal. It's day and night.
Yeah.
Day and night. The sound here when we first took over, I mean, it was doable. It was good, but we had a lot to compete with here. We're in a concrete, you know, basement.
Oh yeah.
You know, we got a lot of sound bouncing off
Echoing.
these walls. You know, we got metal on the decor, so I mean, there's things rattling and moving, and these speakers need to be able to handle that. And these new ones we got now, they're all in one. Everything's built in. You know, top of the line, and they really kind of just bring the sound out to the level it's loud and it's powerful, but it's not a nuisance. It's not, you know, distorted like you said. It's not cracking. You don't hear that bouncing around.
Yeah.
It just sounds very clear, very full. We're really happy with it.
And the stage, they like foamed it or something, didn't you? Like,
Yeah, we actually the stage is filled with sand.
Sand?
Yeah, we filled the whole bottom of the stage with sand to kind of help it keep you from hearing the footsteps and you know, put some density to it and kind of give it some sturdiness.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we first started, we left it open and we realized quickly that you don't do that. You don't leave open holes in your.
You got double basses.
Yeah. Everything's bouncing around.
But that was awesome. You know, my brother coming from Oregon, seeing people that joined, play.
Yeah, it was good to see Nick.
Sound.
I haven't seen him since he was a lot younger. It's been a lot of years since I seen him.
It was funny when he looked at you because I'm like, you know who he is, and he knew, but it's just been that long.
Yeah, I think the last time I seen him, him and my younger brother were still playing community basketball.
Yeah.
You know, as little kids.
Yeah, I just saw him for the first time couple months ago.
Yeah, on the podcast.
And I used to play soccer with him when we were like 10 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's crazy is my mom, if you look at him and Nick are very similar in looks. And when they were younger, they looked a lot alike. So when they were out there playing soccer, my mom and his mom had no idea. It was hard.
Yeah.
That's what the numbers are for.
Yeah.
Well, back then they only had like one number on your back or something. It wasn't.
It wasn't much.
And you were probably like 3 foot tall too. You guys were tiny.
Yeah.
Everyone's number one.
Everybody.
Everyone's number one.
No, 23 at that time. Everybody was 23.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you guys ever play an instrument, come down, join. I found a secret stash of instruments that I'm gonna probably join now. I'm probably gonna start participating in this jam session too, whether people know it or not. I'm gonna sneak in from the back.
Yeah.
I found a tambourine.
You can have like the spoons or something.
No,
Oh,
I found a
tambourine.
tambourine.
He's a dedicated tambourine player.
I found a maraca or maracas.
Maracas.
There you
Is
go.
that shoes or is that the shaking rattles?
Moccasins are the shoes.
Okay, yeah, they're shaking. I was right then.
And maracas.
I found them. So if I can play a tambourine to 50 Cent in the club beat, I can probably play it to anything anybody else plays.
Play the shit out of some maracas, I bet.
I would. I would. I'd like to.
And then from there, I mean, who knows where you go? Triangle.
I could just start
That's
soft.
what I was thinking.
The little
triangle.
symbol-y things, you
Yep.
know?
I've never done. I have to try. I have to try because I don't want to get up there, make a fool of myself or nothing. Don't want to do that. I don't mind getting up there shaking and dancing with the tambourine, but you fucking give me a triangle and tell me to get up there and I don't know the song.
One wrong note.
One wrong note. One wrong ding.
Career-ending move.
All it takes.
So you said Thursday's karaoke. That's something I will not ever participate in.
Same.
I want to. I want
do
to.
it.
I want to so bad. I have no vote. Yeah, I'm real low and then I go really fucking impressively high.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
Yeah.
And the high part there, it's crazy. I can play that better than the low. So I don't fit in music and I don't want to scare your people away. And that's what would happen. So I won't be doing that. But definitely, if you sing and want to, it's definitely a good.
You definitely don't have to be good to sing. No one.
Well, there's
no one,
a bar. There is a bar here.
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm saying.
keep
We
that
got a
in
little
mind.
bit of liquid courage if you need it.
Oh yeah.
That's always on tap.
Yep.
But hell, even my daughter, she's 3. She came in and she got on stage and sang Moana with another little girl that was here a couple weeks back. Cutest thing you ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But and everybody enjoyed it. These little girls just sitting there mumbling into a microphone. Halftime didn't sing, but everybody enjoyed it. Everybody gets up there and it's just about having a good time. Getting a few drinks in, singing your favorite song. We all do it. Just doing it in public's the only
Right,
difference.
100% in the garage. I told ShowMe Green at one of the North events. Shout out North. That's a conversation in a minute. But yeah, I wanted to play I wanted to sing Frank Sinatra. I really wanted to. I practiced so hard, bro. I was at work back here in my cubbyhole in my office, listening to I had my beats in.
What song?
Fly with me.
Fly.
There it is.
Yeah, fly with me.
Fly with me.
That's
Yep.
that's the
Because
one.
I figured I could do the lower parts, and it wasn't that many words,
Yeah.
so it was easy to remember. But my reasoning is the band was so good, I didn't want to interrupt them, so they just kept playing. No one really signed up, so I wasn't going to, destroy the band and ruin everybody's night.
No, there's
No,
such thing
it
as
wasn't that I
murder
was
right now.
scared.
Yeah. Yep. Like I said, we got liquid courage on tap at the bar.
Yep, I love it. I'm a proper fan. I like drinking the proper 12. That's my drink.
Yeah.
It's a good. That's my underground drink when I come for sure.
Yep.
And some pool, like shooting the pool. But yeah, it's a good crowd. It's what it is. A lot of people think too. They remember in the past of it being that screaming music.
Yeah, there was like I said, we started off and the original promoter that we had hired here, he ended up booking just one strict genre of music, and which was fine, and we gave it a shot. But now we're just trying to diversify a little more. Nothing against metal music. We're still gonna play that here. We're still gonna have those options for those that like that. But instead of it just being an everyday thing, we're gonna try to appeal to more people. Try to get a little bit of everything. Keep people coming. Keep coming back. Maybe you're introduced to something new. Maybe you ain't never heard this type of music before, and maybe find your next favorite band here.
Like we'll name drop the Bigfoot just because that's one we talked about when me and him interviewed. Willie was on Spotify. He was one of the first ones I got to interview on Spotify, and it was the number one listening, right behind my mom. That was the top 2 episodes for a really long time. It was a good episode, and we talked about how Bigfoot was pretty much we got that started. Me and Jay helped. We hosted
their
an event.
first gig. Actually, he was standing in line down there at the dispensary where you worked at, and
Yeah.
offered to come play at my patient drive, for a couple bucks. And he said he had a band that just got together.
Yeah.
They come up, did an acoustic set, did a great job, and that led to them booking down here.
Pops.
Then that to other venues in the local area, and then before you know it, they're playing at Pops, opening and battling for Point Fest. I mean, so
Yeah, that's cool.
it's just the true, to watch it unfold as that launching pad was just it's just awesome. And anytime we can have that happen or help that happen, I mean, we're all about it.
It's awesome, and it all started in a small town, we are very lucky to have this. And every time anybody comes here, they look around and they just can see all the tables. You can go and pick a table and sit with your friends. You can mingle, meet new people, but there's so much area to cover. You're not up on each other, which is nice. The
but-
older I get, the more I appreciate that.
Yeah, plenty of space.
Yeah.
Yeah. That hassles the elbows thing gets old real
Yeah.
quick. You
I
know?
It was cool when I was 18, 19, 21 in the
Yeah.
club, but
Yeah.
it ain't like that no more.
And we're also a 420 friendly event center. I mean, which is the only one in the area right now.
So
Yeah,
let's.
that's something in itself right there.
I was telling ShowMe about that. I got in touch with KP the other day, and he was telling me. Reason why is I woke up, the first thing I seen was comedy and cannabis, and I'm like,
Sir.
I fucking love both those things so much.
Who doesn't? I mean, they
Yeah,
go hand in hand. You guys, peanut butter and jelly right there.
100%.
Yep.
And he was telling me, he said, we're gonna host this. We're gonna maybe even do it once a month, maybe. I'm like, dude, this is so great. I'm definitely on board. Anything the East of Elvins 310 podcast can do, I'm definitely all about the support. He was telling me, yeah, Joe's a good dude. And I'm like, I know him, man. I've known Jay for a long time.
Yeah.
Every time I say Jay, I mean Joe. But yeah, he's excited. He knows a lot. His networking's through the roof. He knows tons of people, comedians, artists, up and comers. But yeah, Funny Man Mason's one of my favorite comedians. And yeah, I seen the flyer with him coming to the underground. I'm like, fuck, I'm calling him right now and telling him we're here. Whatever we can do to help support me and ShowMe Green, we'd be down.
Yeah, he stopped by the other day and we got to talking, and he pitched the idea of a comedy show, and I said, bro, you don't even understand how up the alley that is for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like I love going to comedy shows. I'd love to do comedy myself, but I could get over the stage fright. But
That's why I'm trying to get. That's why I'm trying to get him on a podcast. Like he's wanting to do his own podcast, and I'm looking forward to helping him get that started.
yes, sir.
But after you get a couple of them under your belt, and we
goes
get this dude
away.
up on stage,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, it's gonna be off the chain. Like,
Dude,
I do like to have a good time.
You should have seen the first podcast I did with him.
Yeah.
I was like this. And that was
Yeah,
just my
I'm-
voice, so I
I'm
completely
cool.
understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm
man.
cool with the podcast. It's just that it's the getting on stage that kind of got me fucked up a little bit.
maybe you need to wear headphones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just did my whole set with my back turned to the crowd. Just
That's
talking
how
to-
Jim Morrison used to do when he
Yeah.
first started singing. He always sang with his back to the crowd. He never faced the mic.
Really?
Uh-huh. Well, he took the mic around with him, but he would never take and face the crowd. He started with his back towards.
It is my best side.
I've always thought comedy would be cool. I always was a class clown. I have still workbooks, and I'm not proud of this, but when you used to get done with school, you keep your workbooks, like our spelling books and our reading books and our math books, that we tear out the sheets of homework and turn it in. That was the era of the 90s. Mine had most of the pages in it, and as I got older, I told Mom, I'm like, Mom, why is this shit not done?
Because you didn't do your shit.
I didn't do it.
You didn't do shit.
It's because when I was younger, they had me in like different. I had to take speech class, so for like 4 years, I would get pulled out for 3 or 4 hours a day.
Dude, that's
go-
every Leadwood kid.
I know, dude. It's in the water. I'd get pulled out
Thanks
of
a lot,
class for
no
3
run.
or 4 hours because I'd say I'm going to tear on Sunday,
Yeah.
or instead of church, or I'm going to sit in that tear instead of chair. I was lazy with my words, but they like, oh, this is a disability.
Nope, that's the lead.
So then, yeah, I didn't do a lot of the homework. So, but in the back of every of them schooling books is why I'm bringing this up. It said, Travis seems to be a class clown. Travis likes to be a class clown. And I remember asking Mom, I'm like, why do they call me a class clown? Teachers call me class clown. She said, Travis, you weren't doing your work. You were goofing off. And I'm like, well, it's fun. You got to make fun of it.
Yeah.
I like people smiling. I like people laughing, having a good time. I guess I did that even when I was younger. Even if I couldn't talk, I guess I'll just run around making people laugh and not being able to speak right.
I always failed conduct. Didn't know what the hell that was for a while.
Yeah.
Conduct,
Yeah.
that's up your alley. I can see
I
that.
asked my dad, I said, what is conduct? Why do I got an F in conduct? He goes, because it means you don't listen to shit.
Just go do it.
It's like, you're bad. You're doing bad stuff.
You're doing bad stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's fair. It fits. I'd
Don't
spend a
feel-
lot of time in the hallways.
Yeah. Don't feel bad though, man. I had a speech impediment whenever I was younger, and I couldn't make the ch sound for a ch,
Like me?
which is really bad because my older brother his name is Chuck,
Chuck.
right? But I can make an S sound really good.
So
Right.
suck.
And I would run around the house going, sucks.
Yeah, but things are changed. I'm glad they veered away from that because as people grow, they learn. But yeah, pulling people out of the school, like I missed out on a lot. But I graduated. I do got my diploma, WC 2002,
Same here. I got mine.
lead wood.
Right?
But yeah, comedy clubs, that's gonna be happening here. Really looking forward. That's in June. That's a little bit away. We got some other stuff that's happening before then
I think
too.
it's June. Was it 19th, 14th?
I think it's the 14th.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll be posting that too, so
Oh, yeah,
I'll be
we'll
tagging.
stay
So,
steady
but you'll
on
be
the
seeing it
dates.
because you're gonna go and subscribe and follow to Park Hills Underground.
Right. Let's see. Yeah, that is June 14th.
So before then, we also have and
Our next show coming up is Tantric.
yeah,
We got
Yeah.
Tantric coming in. Had a couple bangers back in the day. They're a little bit of an older band, but they still
that's a good time.
Still see them on the fly. We're still expecting a good crowd. We're gonna have a good time with them.
Hell yeah,
When's that?
That is
put them on the spot.
put me on the spot. I ain't got my schedule up or nothing.
And it's under new management, so know that everything you're gonna be able to come listen to music, hang out, vibe, sit at tables, have drinks, step outside, smoke.
Yeah, like I said, we're just trying to lighten up the atmosphere around here. I know it was a little dark at first, and we've kind of lightened it up. We've added some artwork, did some moving around. We'd had concessions. We got new bathrooms now for some of those. Any of you
Yeah,
that
that's a big thing for the ladies.
had to walk the ramp all the way up the hill to go to the bathroom. We no longer do that.
We've lost so many people on that route.
Yeah, you're no longer
You
required.
can't come back in with
Yeah.
pee pants.
You're no longer required to
You
go on a
know,
hike.
and then you feel bad as like, I'm sorry I have this event knowing everybody's got piss pants.
Tantric is July 12th, by the way.
July 12th.
July 12th.
So big things coming on that. The East Elvins 310 podcast is also going to be going to North's 420 event.
That's always a good one.
It's on
Yes.
419. just so
419.
everyone knows.
It's on the 19th because we're stoners and we want to arrive early. No, it's Easter on Sunday and we're trying to keep it on a weekend. So they're hosting that. We're gonna have a booth. We're gonna be set up. We got. We're looking forward to it. We'll be recording. We'll be doing interviews with random people, random stoners. We'll try to get in with some of the vendors. I'll try to possibly even get the owners of North to step in for a minute this time. That'd be cool. Neil will definitely be down for a moment. Anybody can come to this. Just because I'm in the industry and a lot of people kind of know how the industry does that back-end industry parties, this is not like that. This is a dispensary that's locally owned that's heavily supporting people. Like they're providing us with food trucks. They're providing us with carnival tents. I love fucking carnival tents.
Yeah, they're all
Oh, yeah.
That's like, I don't even have to know what the fuck's going on in there, but I'm going to go to any carnival tent that's up and just kind of look in there to see what's going on, right?
Yeah, dude, it's kind of like the nostalgia factor going into that when you think about it. Like my kids nowadays, they don't know what a carnival is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
Well,
like
one's
even
coming to
big
Farmington.
state fairs, anything like that. Kids don't even hear about state fairs anymore.
Well, they haven't had them here for a while. They used to have them when we were younger.
Oh, exactly.
But
That's what I'm
Farmington
saying.
is
It's
coming
like-
back with
yeah.
one this year. I seen it on Facebook.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm glad that they're bringing that back.
I don't know what kind of restrictions they'll have now with PETA and all this stuff in 2025.
No, I don't know.
They might just come with pictures of animals or stuffed animals.
Dude, that'd be messed up.
A huge,
that'd be a
a
disappointment.
huge elephant lifestyle. Just stuff.
Well, they still have, whenever you go to State Fair, you can still go on pony rides and all that kinds of stuff. So I imagine at the carnival, they can take and have, elephant rides and camels and that kind of stuff.
I rode
like
a camel.
They used to.
Just
So-
because it's the way my brain works. Has any of you guys seen the video of that tiger mauling the dude at the circus they had in, I think it was China?
Is that the one that killed the guy?
Yeah,
killed the
like
guy?
he ripped his arm off and shit.
Yeah,
You seen
yeah,
the
I saw
video?
part of it. I
I
didn't.
seen it on CNN or something like that.
That's awesome.
That's fucking scary, dude.
No, that's awesome. That's the. I'm telling you right now, no lie. That's why I buy tickets to the circus.
So American Horse.
I want to see someone get mauled.
You hope you got that
I'm not.
lottery ticket.
I'm not gonna
That's
beat
like-
around the bush. I'm hoping
go
one of
straight
these.
through.
Yeah, I'm hoping one of these animals just fucking pop off right now. Like,
That's like American Horror Story. That carnival one was fucking wild, and yeah, that happened in that. The animals started going
Yeah.
nuts. The bears.
Can you really blame that lion with a lion?
oh no, I'd be
No.
cheering him on, bro.
Wait, yeah,
Get him.
dude. He's constantly whipping
hit
your
you.
ass, like, fucking
Remember
go
that
get
shit?
him. Get
Been
him.
eating the same shit for like 5 years now. Fuck that dude up.
And the shit's always rotten.
Yeah. Eating no expired Walmart lunch meat. I know that's all they're feeding you.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen Tiger.
Yeah, I
King.
seen Tiger King. Y'all eating hot dogs and shit. No wonder
And
he
the
ripped that
chimp
dude's
lady.
arm
The
off.
chimp lady from
2-week-old hot
Festus too.
dogs.
Yeah.
The lady from she got termed. She's going to jail. The lady that had Tonka, the chimp,
Oh,
told everybody the chimp was dead.
Mm.
It wasn't. She was hiding him.
Yep.
That ain't Tonka. That's Chip.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was Tonka. But yeah, animals are. I'm kind of scared when they get bigger than Chihuahua size. Not going to be lie. I'm not a big fan of
The
dogs.
people that have the monkeys, that's fucking nuts, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like that chimp. That could
100%.
easily rip you apart. And you're just
100%.
like hugging on it and shit and trying to put diapers on it and like.
The motherfucker's like, I don't want a diaper, and then it just stares at you in the face. You know it's.
I don't even ride horses because they have a mind of their own and can like fuck me up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
They're majestic creatures. For
I
sure.
need a gas. I need like a throttle. And
You can
I
stop.
need to be able to pull off your spark plug. You know, something has to make you stop when I want you to stop. And I don't believe that any animal that has a free thinking mind.
You can tell stop is going to stop.
doesn't-
Now I've seen you on a
can't
horse.
No, you have not.
I didn't see you
No,
on a
you
horse.
have
I didn't see you on a horse with Katie out on
Fuck no.
vacation.
Hell no.
I thought I seen you
If
like.
I'm on a horse, it's because I put a quarter in and I'm waiting on my mom. Man, what? That motherfucker ain't got a heartbeat. I can tell you that. There ain't no way.
Motherfucker has one speed and one speed only.
That's it. I'm just sitting here vibing, waiting on my mom to get out.
That's so awesome.
So that
But yeah,
manager
come down to the
comes
420 event. It'll be fun. There'll be vendors there. You can talk about. And what I was getting about in the industry, you know, this is open for everybody. It's not just people in the industry. It's anybody can enjoy. You just got to be 21 or 18 with the med card, I believe. But definitely 21 will get you in there. But come down, vibe with people. They do events now. Summer's there. They own the field, so it's like it's not on the dispensary property. It's off of it, and it's just really awesome.
Plus, it's Jesus' second birthday or whatever. It's
Yeah.
Easter, right?
Yep. It's
Yeah.
Easter resurrection.
That's what I'm saying. Second birthday.
Yep.
He came
You
back.
get to come and hang out with us, and then the next day you can hang out with the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. They were gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and say this too. They were gonna have an Easter egg hunt for adults with Bud.
Dude, I think that would be dope.
That, and then
They-
you have like one golden egg.
Yeah.
Right?
They were gonna do
In
stuff like
somewhere-
that
and
for real.
It's filled with like a really, really.
They
good
were gonna do
house.
it at the mansion house out at the golf course.
We talked about that during an interview. I think it was with Tippy, and we did the Tippy Joe show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did.
We
Didn't
did. We talked about having an Easter episode or something for the podcast.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Good memory, dude. But they deterred from that because they were like, if we don't find all the eggs, the kid finds it.
Exactly. Yeah,
So-
you're in some deep shit right there.
Well, see, there's an easy way around that. Just
paper
hide
in it.
eggs with numbers in it, and then you turn the eggs in for a
But, no,
prize.
See, where were you at?
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna fucking do it next year.
Patton.
It's gonna be an adult Easter. I'm plugging it right now. Adult Easter egg hunt at
4/6.
Main Street Grocery Supply.
2025
Yeah.
at 11:57 a.m. with his boy Travioli and ShowMe Green. J-Dog on the camera
We're
in the
all
corner.
witnesses.
We're all witnesses.
Y'all get your baskets ready.
You should make it a costume.
Huh?
Costume event.
Oh, I'll
also.
pay someone to do that. Somebody else be the Easter Bunny.
No.
I'll get Roger up there.
Yeah,
Roger-
Roger's already like, God damn it.
He don't even know what's happening
You don't
right
even
now.
know.
He's just upstairs trying to make a living. We're down just signing him up for shit.
Me looking like Ralphie from Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly like that. Sorry, bro. They only had a 3X on Amazon.
All pink. That's all
Yeah,
they had.
it's all pink.
That's awesome.
Don't get it dirty. I'm gonna send it back.
What we smoking on ShowMe Green? I see these are King Palm. Shout out to King Palm for the
Yep.
supply they gave us. They love the video. They hit me up personally with a really nice email saying that they appreciate it. I told them we ain't done our commercial yet because we're still working on the camera guy to do that. But
Yeah, great
Yeah.
company, by the way. Like I said, we sell them up there at the grow shop. Carry lots of flavors, all different styles and sizes.
super smooth.
Nothing but good stuff to talk about with them guys. You know, they're
Cool
always
gear.
super supportive. They always send lots of, ads and merch and things like that for me to give away. So, same for you. You guys got a box full of goodies, didn't you?
Oh, they sent they
Yeah.
sent us a very nice box for
Yep.
me and ShowMe Green. We didn't even have to share it.
Yeah.
J-Dog, I am sorry. I got you a box at home. I made you one out of me and his.
Got the gift bag.
I was gonna bring it and I forgot it with the shirts. The shirts that you guys.
Yeah, didn't even bring me my shirt.
I know I meant to, but the damn hell broke my third brake light assembly, and I was telling the guys that I was driving home, and I looked up and I see my ceiling was two-tone, and I'm like, that's cool, but it wasn't like that, because I like two-tone. Touched it, little dribble got on my hand. I'm like, what in the fuck? A piece of hell from the hailstorm a couple days before cracked it. Water got up in there and it's been running off the roof into the back. So that's why I'm carrying this fucking tail light around with me so I can match it up when I get there and make sure it's the right fucking one. But, yeah,
Weed kicking in. I can see it with my own eyes right now.
Yeah.
it's right there.
The wheels just grinding to a halt.
They did. They bumped the brakes on that. But what is the flower in the king palm?
It's a Ricky's hash plant. The first one was number 2, which I thought had more of like the citrus kind of terps to it, and I noticed that it's more sticky than the number 4. What we just smoked was the number 4.
Number 4.
Yep.
Nice.
It's pretty
So-
good.
Did it do well? The plant overall do well? Structure,
Did great.
yield, shit like that?
Yeah, really good yield.
Good.
We kept clones of both of them. He's got the number 4. I got the number 2. Number 2, notice the buds, they're quite a bit fatter, and they aren't quite as spear-like,
Yeah.
right? So I think it's a little bit more, has a little bit more of the indica-leaning side based off the bud structure. And then the number 4, spears. Nothing but
Really?
spears. And it just keeps stacking. I took
That
some
spiral?
pictures of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Here's
Super sticky too.
Nice.
That's like some of the stickiest
see
we've
how
ever
it
had.
just spirals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly what he was just talking about.
Oh yeah.
They call that apelior dominance. It's an apelior dominance trait.
Oh, okay, because of the apical meristem.
Yeah, so it gives it like the that crown look. So they just
Right.
spiral on up,
Mhm.
And then you get some that are,
Dense, probably real dense too.
they tend to be a lot more dense
Yeah.
when they grow that way. It's a preferred trait, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
you lose it sometimes through trimming, or not trimming, but like training. Different cropping methods will help break that apelior dominance
Oh,
and
change the power source, change the energy.
Well, you go from your buds spiraling around one center stem to, like, say, if you were to do low stress training, you lay it over, all those buds that would normally spiral around the stem, they instead stand up and become their own top.
Oh shit. Okay.
Kind of like this.
Yeah, thus breaking the appeal.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, so that's the
Yeah.
number 2's bud structure,
Yeah,
right? And that's exactly what he's talking about right there. How it's not spiraling
Yeah.
up into a tower.
Yep.
It's more nodular, I guess you would say.
yeah. You get that. They call it chunky.
The
Just
last
a good
couple-
chunky bud.
Yeah,
you
Last
know?
couple strains he's grown too, I've been really impressed with the structure of the stem.
Yeah,
Because I've just had some that just had some massive stems in them, and I never really thought much about it until in the industry we fail people for that.
sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah, if your stem out is a certain, I think it's 3 millimeters. It needs to be thinner, and like I know it's it's genetics is what he told me last time, but
genetics would play a part, but also it's a good indicator of the position of the plant that you're harvesting from. So if I was if I was a dispensary and I'm more interested in buying top buds, then I know the stem size at the tops are going to be smaller and the stem size at the bottoms are going to be thicker. If you show up with a bunch of buds with big thick stems, I know those are bottom buds, and they're going to command a different price probably. So,
right, different. They tear it up.
Yeah.
A buds, B buds, and C buds.
Yeah, that's how you got to break it up that
Some
way.
people hate the popcorn buds in dispensary when we saw, and I kind of liked them. I mean, they were smaller buds.
Hey, you don't smoke the stems, man. You don't need them.
Right.
But they are smaller buds, and they tend to. What people really don't like about the popcorn buds is, I mean, you get into knocking the trichromes off. They're
Yep.
usually just the crumbs.
Yep.
And people are worried that not necessarily worried, but people are
Knowledgeable to know they're
knowledgeable
lacking it.
enough to know that some of the goodies have been knocked off that bud, and there's a reason why it's floating around down in the bottom of the bag. So.
Hell yeah.
I like my buds nice and dense, so that way the outside might be a little bit, disheveled, but the inside's still fresh and untouched. That's what I like, keeping those buds whole. Keep them uniform, keep them full.
It's like it when I like it when they're that dispensary buds. Sometimes they can be real. It's just the way they cure it and dry it, and everything's in knead and rushed. But I love the stickiness of what you provide.
Yeah.
Like that Ricky is just like, I have a hard time rolling my blunt or joint.
That's why, it ripped the back end.
I ripped
off
the paper all
last
the
one.
Yeah.
Well, the craft cannabis, the home growers are really starting to hone in their skills right now. Like as somebody who's been, kind of on the forefront and the cusp of that whole wave, with the grow store, I've watched a lot of people go from, I don't know what I'm doing, to they bring in some quality fucking samples. Like when they come in the door on harvest time, I'm stoked to see them.
You've seen some people turn around.
I know
from
they're
day
bringing
one,
me
huh?
some gas, and it's just you can't buy that at dispensaries yet.
Yeah.
Nobody's not.
I mean, nobody's got in-house growers ready, doing their thing on a small craft scale. It's always commercial, which I understand. It's supply and demand. They have to keep up.
Right.
Yeah, it's like the Anheuser-Busch, the craft breweries.
Exactly.
100%.
And these guys are sitting at home and they're making magic in a baggie for sure.
Well, that being said, on that note,
On that note,
I have to say, Amy's definitely going to listen to me. See, I had to drop it. But yeah, definitely join and like and subscribe to Underground. Get down here, check us out. Weekends, during the week, it's great. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
during the week we're closed. But we are available for rent. You know, you can come and rent the place out throughout the week anytime. You can hit me up for that.
Birthdays?
Yeah,
that'd be
birthdays,
cool. Bachelor parties.
Just if you want a spot to host some people. I mean, hell, I've had family dinners here just because I don't want them at my house and I don't want to have to clean up after
Makes
everybody.
sense.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
It's just
And there's a pool table for them to go
yeah,
play
it's
on.
convenient.
Games
The kids can go play pool. You got everybody can kind of we got plenty of seats, plenty of tables. You know, plenty of trash cans for when you're done, and we clean up. So, you know, you're good to go. It's
Even
worth the
put in a
money.
concession stand. I forgot
Yeah,
to
we've
drop
got a
that.
concession
Even
stand. So
put,
we got a little
even added
makeshift
that,
area. You know, you can as a little serving tray or serving area.
just in case the munchies hit you.
Some of the shows we got coming up though, like on April 11th, we've got Shane Kesey for anybody that's into the country scene.
Okay.
Dude's really good. You know,
Is he a
really
local
good
guy
acoustic.
or?
Yeah, he's a local dude. Does acoustic guitar. We booked him once. He come in and did a phenomenal set, but we just had really bad weather. You know, the dude was super cool about it though. I mean, he still got up there and he did his thing, and it was it was really impressive. So we got him coming back, hopefully with a better weather this weekend.
It is Missouri, but yeah, we're due. It's
Another
been
good
shitty
one.
for a while.
Another great one is on the 18th of April. We got Stag Runners. These guys are also a local band, more on the country / southern rock side of things. You know,
Okay.
so I describe them as just really good beer drinking music. You know,
Okay.
Yeah.
like they have really good originals. They throw in a couple covers here and there, but you know they're really fun to listen to. And if covers are your thing, the following night on the 19th, the day before, I know the North's got their event, but anybody that ain't gonna find their way up that way, the Project. So
Shit.
yeah, they're really great. They do like grunge covers. So any Nirvana fans, Alice in Chains. You know, all
that'd be
that
such
stuff.
a good
I know
one.
yesterday was Kurt and Lane's death day. You know, so
Yeah.
I wish I could have booked them for the 5th. That'd have been cool to have them here doing the covers for that day. But we got them for the 19th though. So
Yeah, they ain't that far away.
yeah, ain't that far, and it'll be a good time, like I said. So, but that's some of the stuff we got going on here
That's definitely something to look forward to.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like it's awesome, and it's literally 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, really, from anybody that's listening. Like
Yeah,
from
we're
Park Hills area, it's not that far.
right in the heart of downtown.
People
Park
that
Hills.
don't like going to some of these establishments that around, they get crazy because they got tons of 19, 21-year-old, 22-year. Not hating on you, younger crowd at all, but like sometimes when there's over
But y'all are
300,
rude. I'm gonna hate on you.
there's
You're rude.
Thanks, Jay. That's why I got you, Jay. I gotta have you clear. That's clearing it up with Jay style.
Nobody taught y'all any fucking rules.
Your mouth ain't been slapped.
That's right. I didn't get hit enough as a child.
You ain't no soap.
The hell with them hoes. Y'all need smack.
You have to go get your damn Irish soap and take a bite out of that damn bar like I did. Learn some manners.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's nice. And like I said, it's roomy. You can sit down. There's areas. There's drinks. There's things to do.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we'd love to have everybody. Just come check it out.
Give it a second chance if
I
you can
guarantee you'll
before.
want to come back for sure.
100%. And then you'll tell a friend. In fact, when you come, just go ahead and make a plan to call 2 or 3 people and come in a crowd
Yeah.
so everybody can
Make a
enjoy
thing
it.
of it.
For sure. So the comedy club is definitely going to be a thing we'll be posting a lot about too, because I'm most excited about
like
that
you
side.
said, I think we're going to try to make that a regular thing, so that way it's something you can plan on. If you can't make it to this one, we'd like to do it at least once a month, and that way you can make it to the next one, or so on and so on. So definitely comedy. I want to make sure is going to come to Park Hills to stay here. I think there's a good crowd for it. We just got to find some performers, some entertainers, and likewise anybody that's listening wants to. Try it out. You want to try to do it yourself, I mean, get a hold of us. We got a stage, we got a microphone, we got nothing but time.
Yeah.
It's an open invite, right?
Yeah, air an opportunity right now.
Yep.
That'd be a group to start. Maybe a group of people that want to try comedy that are scared to do it in front of a crowd.
Yeah, get you
Maybe rent it and come here and do it with nobody here.
get a couple
Just get
guys,
the feel of the stage.
a couple buddies do an improv group would be awesome.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Like, whose line is it
Hey,
anyway?
that's what I was gonna say. Like,
Dude.
get some Who's line going. That'd
Yeah.
be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually an idea that's been kicked around once. So I mean, it's funny that you guys mention it.
Yeah, I think that's dope. So I would definitely participate in that. I'd definitely be a participant.
Yeah. And we also we haven't told
I would
anyone-
definitely be a participant of acting stuff out for games and
For
stuff.
sure.
That'd be cool.
another one that
You'll
we
see
haven't-
that? Show me. You won't get up there
It'd
and
be
do
like
it?
Colin Mockery.
You won't get up there and do it?
Uh-huh.
You'll get up there and do it.
No.
Yeah, you got it.
No, I won't.
You don't know about that?
No,
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big stage person.
I feel you.
So
We'll work on that together.
all
I'll just
right,
take
you
my
lead the way,
microphone and
let's
sit in the
see.
green room.
The what?
I'll just sit in the green room and talk on my microphone.
Yeah.
Y'all can just sit out here and listen.
Yeah, I'll be
You
in
know
the
what we
green
could
room.
do is we could pay somebody, Roger,
Mm-hmm.
have him go on stage, and you just work from the behind the stage.
Have him lip sync.
Have him
what
just
I'm
go up
doing.
there and just
Yeah.
lip sync kind of, and you do your whole fucking act and see if they like it
Be
or
like
not.
a bad translation.
Roger.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
I think if I ever do practice comedy or give it a shot, it will be here at my own place. So that way, if you don't laugh, it'll just make you fucking leave.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Staff.
I will take my ball and go home.
That is the way to do it. Not too many people have the privilege to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, on that note,
There it
There
is.
it is.
I want to thank you all for listening, tuning in. Subscribe, tell a friend, tell your grandma. If you know they can't download that shit on their own, get their device and do it for them. They want to hear this. But thanks for tuning in. Thank you guys for having us. Jay,
Hey, no
thanks for having us
worries.
in the
Thanks for
studio.
having us.
I really enjoy this.
Always a lot of fun.
It is. This is dope. So, everybody, thanks. Have a good one.
Later.
Peace.
Bye.
Stop recording.